Dear students, welcome to the history class. Now we are studying the first chapter, when, where and how. Today I am going to explain about the sources of history. Many types of specialists from different fields of work help in understanding history. Archaeologists recover objects by digging from sites that get buried under the earth. These objects are chemically tested by scientists through a process called carbon dating. Sociologists then connect things recovered in similar times and locations to see the connections between them and help us to understand how things probably happened in these times. And then historians record the history in a systematic manner so that people could read and understand the past. To study history, we have to take the help of various sources. It is with the help of these sources that we can form a clear picture about the past. Sources that are used to study history are divided broadly into three categories: literary, archaeological, and accounts of foreign travelers. Now we will study in detail about these categories. First one is literary sources. Literary sources are written records. Before the invention of paper, people used to write on the bark of the birch tree or palm leaves. These are called manuscripts. These manuscripts can be divided into two categories: religious manuscripts and secular manuscripts. Ancient Indian literature were mostly religious in nature and contain no definite date for events. But they provided a wealth of knowledge about our ancient society. Examples are the Puranas, the Vedas, and the Upanishads. The subject of secular manuscripts were grammar, politics, poems, drama, etc. Examples are Arthashastra written by Chanakya, Panini's grammar, Sangam literature, and the plays written by Kalidasa. Next sources of history is archaeological sources. Archaeology is the study of the remains of the past. Archaeologists dig up the earth to search for the remains of the past buried under it. Their work helps us to construct the history of the period when humans did not know how to write. They also study about the remains of buildings, pottery, weapons, tools, ornaments, bones, grains, remains of plants, etc. So we can see the division of archaeological sources. These are the archaeological sources. First one is inscriptions. Second one is coins. Third, monuments or remains of buildings. Next, artifacts like pottery, sculptures, ornaments, paintings, and tools. And last, other miscellaneous objects like remains of plants, bones of animals, etc. Inscriptions are records engraved mostly on rocks, stone pillar walls, and on metal slabs. Inscriptions are the most reliable evidence and their study is called epigraphy. The example inscription of Emperor Ashoka tells us about his Dhamma. Most of the inscriptions that are found are written in Prakrit, Pali, Brahmi, Sanskrit, Telugu, and Tamil. A large number of inscriptions tells us about the orders and victories of ancient kings. The study of coins is known as numismatics. Thousands of ancient Indian coins have been discovered. Coins enable us to understand the ruler and the extent of his region. Some of the coins are inscribed with dates or the images of king. Metal used in the coins tells us about the economic condition of the particular emperor. Monuments consist of buildings, stupas, caves, temples, etc. Buildings which are historical significance are called monuments. They tell us about the art and architecture, religious and the cultural life of ancient people. Examples are Sanchi Stupa, Ajanta and Ellora caves. Last topic is accounts of foreign travelers. A great deal of our knowledge of ancient Indian history is supplemented by the writings of travelers. Indica, written by Megasthenes, gives us valuable information on the Mauryan Empire. Similarly, accounts of Fahin and Hunsang tells us about the socio-economic and religious situation in India in the 5th and 7th century CE. So these are the sources of ancient history. History allows us to learn about the people lived in the past, how they interacted with nature, how they observed, understood, experimented, and then devised ways to find newer ways of life. History encourages us to examine and question the knowledge that we have gained. Okay, students, we can conclude this section. In the next class, we can discuss the exercise of chapter 1. So, have a good day. Bye.